All right, now I would like to welcome up Vance Reavie with Junction AI, please.
Great. Hi, I'm Vance Reavie. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Junction AI. Along with my co-founder, Rob Turner, we've got over 30 years of IT experience now. I've had 3 successful exits in technology already, and I'm also a Forbes contributor. I write on marketing and AI. Rob, he's kind of like Sheldon from Big Bang. That's why he doesn't usually come up on stage. It's just not going to happen. But he is an AI engineer, and he's really amazing at it, and he's a big data specialist. Now, we've been doing a lot of work over as we build our platform. We're part of the Creative Destruction Lab, the world's premier program in AI, Next AI, and we're also a Blue Startups alumni. If you know Hank Rogers, the Tetris guru, that's his accelerator. So what are we going to talk about? What most of you probably don't realize, some of the marketers here will, is that there's a lot of guesswork in marketing. It's a trial and error experiment. When you put your ad up on Google or Facebook, you start spending to find out how it's going to work, and you keep spending. And you spend and spend and spend over the weeks and months to optimize that ad to get the result you want. We're spending over $300 billion in digital ads in the US last year, and we know that about 60% of that spend underperforms. That's a lot of money wasted. In fact, 30% of it's outright wasted. So that's a big problem. So at Junction AI, we're going to solve that. We're going to help marketers get it right on day one. And we're going to do that by using AI machine learning to predict the right images, the best copy, and the video for a successful digital ad. And we're doing this by using AI machine learning. We're drawing on their data, the marketer's data, the brand's data out of their accounts to build an AI audience model so that they can test before they go live on those platforms, so they can take the guesswork out of advertising. Our proprietary AI machine learning platform has a few key principles. We don't pool data. There's none of this general population data where we're all sharing and all getting the same results. Insights are owned by the client because that's what makes their business different. We're using a variety of different AI models or AI techniques, including image analysis, natural language processing, and a few others. Basically, we're giving the marketer 75 million tests whether their creative is the right creative. And we've made it really simple. All they do is hit click, connect their data, and upload their creative. Ultimately, what we're achieving, a dramatic improvement in the return on advertising spend. We can save them up to 90% of the time and cost in producing ads. We've been running this platform since middle of last year in our beta, and we've got a lot of case studies now to prove it works. We've given Rate Broker a 10 times lift on their ads. We've given other marketers, like a nanny service, a 10 times lift as well, and saved them an enormous amount of wasted ad spend. And NVIDIA's picked up a case study of ours as well and demonstrated it at the AWS reInvent conference in December last year. It's a self-service platform, SaaS model. We charge monthly. We have a variety of plans for different sizes of brands, for agencies, and for enterprises as well. Here's a few of our clients. Our target market is largely the agency market because they can be resellers. Each agency has multiple clients. We train the agency, and then they get the best result for their clients. We're also working with big referral partners like ClearBank, who have over 180 agency partners and 4,000 end clients. Our forecast ARR in 4 years is $25 million. We've gone post-revenue this month, or in January actually, with $11,000 in sales. With very low cost of customer acquisition. Agencies are coming to us. Our inbound is fantastic. They all need something innovative. They all need to do better. They know they need to get a better ad spend for their client. We're raising $500,000 in a bridge round, a kind of a pre-seed round in that sense. We're using these funds to execute our sales and marketing plan, to build out the partner integrations to ClearBank and the next ClearBank out there, and then also to power those agency roadmap features that they've been asking us for. We've worked with probably about 120 agencies now to really define out exactly what they need and where they want to go. I suppose one of the most important things I do want to bring across in this round, though, is that already we've attracted the interest of 4 of the world's top marketing agency groups. In fact, the world's biggest agency group. And we're already starting trials with them. I want to raise this fund so that I can have a good long runway to get the best out of that negotiation I can to make sure I do the best for my company and our shareholders. We're offering terms of a KISS note. It's 7% interest, 20% discount, and a $5 million valuation. Now I'm happy to take any questions anyone has. Thank you very much. I'm based out of Austin, Texas, and my co-founder, he's based out of Brisbane, Australia. We met in Brisbane, Australia. We were both born in Canada, ended up in New Zealand, and have worked together since about 2005. I'm in Traverse City because one of my investors, his family are from here, and so that's my connection, and they thought I should come up and see you guys. Yeah, so our secret sauce in this is how we made this really simple for a marketer. We knew they didn't want to have to go to CTO and spend millions of dollars on a data warehouse and then engineering and all that. So all you need is your AdWords account number, you put it in the system and you hit click, or you hit connect. Our system automatically goes and gets the data out of those ad accounts, brings it back in, it builds an AI model, it trains it, and then it tests it to see how good it is, all on its own without us even touching anything. That process is what we're patenting. We will probably not release the patent, though. We'll just go through the 18 months of protection because we don't really want to release how we're doing it to the market in general. Yep. Yeah, okay, so we're giving them a lot of feedback, actually. We realized a score wasn't just enough. So first of all, we do give them a score. All they do is upload their images, content, or text into the system and hit score. About 12,000 variables will come off that, and we'll run about 75 million tests for them to tell them whether to underperform or overperform. Then we're giving them some information about how clear is their concept. We're exposed to up to 10,000 ads a day, whether you know it or not. So that concept has to be clear in order for you to pay any attention. Then we're telling them what a machine will read it as. So, Google and Facebook, they're using ML as well. So we're telling them, what does a machine say about this? What are the key concepts that we're picking up out of that image in that copy? Then we're helping them get better. So we're giving them an audience reaction, and that's what the audience model tells them. What were the most prominent concepts for your audience? What was not so prominent? What wasn't prominent at all? So that they know they can say, you know what? I thought I was selling this blue sweater, and it doesn't look like it's prominent at all. Fail. I better get the right thing in there. And now we've just released a new update. We're giving them insights to say, increase the weight of this concept, introduce this concept because you didn't even know about this, and take these ones out because they're not helping you. And that'll give them a lot more ability to really quickly move ahead. On one of our early case studies with Rate Broker, they had a bunch of Google AdWords out there that were failing pretty badly. And he was using the word compare a lot, compare your mortgage rates and this and that. Our system found that he needed to use the word shop. And that gave him that 10 times lift just by changing it, shop your mortgage rate. And he could have done all kinds of data queries and spent weeks trying combinations of words, but our system picked it up right away. On the second part of that question, I'm gonna have to take that down, and I can give you more information from Rob on the specifics of how the neural networks work to find the relationships in that data and then bubble that up to the surface. Yep. It depends. We've been able to have a lot of success on actually quite small data sets because this is not a self-driving car. If we don't have 99.99999% perfection on this, no one's going to die from a bad ad, or usually not. So we're really aiming for that 80 to 90% confidence rate. When you see a political poll and it's like plus or minus 5%. So we're looking at that. So we've been able to do 80+% predictions on ad sets that had only run 3 to 4 ads over about 3 to 4 weeks, and pretty small amount of data, really. If it's a Facebook ad, we do like to see a bigger data set. On some of the really big data sets where they've got years of advertising, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of conversions and stuff, we actually see it's quite diffuse often. So we have to model that down and make that a bit thinner. Yep. Yeah, so it's an unlimited amount of data in the system. It's unlimited amount of testings, and depending on the plan, how many users. So they can connect up AdWords, Facebook, Instagram, and that, and test all they like, as many campaigns as they like. When they want to move into a more sophisticated testing, so like a segmentation, test on just my Mother's Day campaign, or test on the audience of 45-year-old women in Boston, or something like that, then we're looking at more specialized models, and that's where the price will boost up on our system as well. Go for it. Yeah. So we didn't do it on the Super Bowl ones, but we did do it on a fairly major travel magazine, which I won't mention the exact name of, but it does start with a C, and the second word starts with an N. And we ran some of their top 10 places in the world that you have to go to, and the pictures and the content. And when we ran it, now we didn't have their data, so we had to use our own training data, which we have a travel specialty set, so it did give us some information. But what we found more often than not was, one, the content in the photo wasn't related enough to the text. So there wasn't a strong conceptual link for the audience. So they might look at the photo, but they'll then read the text, and it was like, I don't know what this is going on about. So we predicted it would be very poor click-through. And another thing we found and this probably applies to some Super Bowl ads, is that often we'll come up with a really great creative in marketing, but sometimes people don't really realize we're selling something, or what we're selling, or what the brand was. So the example is, I'm trying to sell this blue sweater, but in fact, my ad's actually selling some snow-capped mountain ski holiday back that's in the photo as well. So we really, creative in advertising is about selling. We want to be as creative as we can, of course. And we want creative people to be creative, but it does have to sell a product. So we do have to make sure that that concept, Super Bowl ads included, actually sell a product. Thank you very much.
Thank you.